Hi Sikandar, first win in first game. How did it boost your morale and team morale?
We had a great preparation, so we were quite excited about the first game. I remember being in the hotel as well, and everybody was quite anxious and excited about starting the tournament. So Alhamdulillah, to have a first game and to win it, I think is quite good, quite happy. The mood in the camp is quite happy as well. And it's always nice to start the tournament well, and we've set the tone really well on that wicket. I thought close to 190 was a very good total. So yeah, we're all pretty chuffed and happy at the moment.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम।
A lot of people are here, I see.
उर्दू में कर लूँ?
जी करें।
सिकंदर भाई, इस साल पिछला साल आपका बड़ा ज़बरदस्त गया, अवार्ड्स के लिए भी नॉमिनेट हुए और आप दुनिया भर की अब लीग्स में भी आप खेले, तो आपकी ये जो जो ग्रोथ है, ये बैक होम कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है और जिम्बाब्वे क्रिकेट को इससे कितना फ़ायदा हो सकता है, और एक अब लुक अप टू कर रहे हैं तमाम प्लेयर्स, यंगस्टर्स जो आपकी तरफ, कितना फ़ायदा होगा?
देखिए, आई ऑलवेज बिलीव इन वन थिंग के मेरी पार्टिसिपेशन इन ऑल दीज लीग्स हैव टू open doors youngsters ke liye. I think Zimbabwe doesn't get a lot of credit for a lot of good cricket we played. Like in last year, somebody asked me that question. Last year was, Raza, your year, and I said I disagree, because I felt like last year was Zimbabwe cricket year. A lot of the messages that are received, a lot of the messages we read, people cricket dekhna chhod gaye the Zimbabwe ke liye, so now they've come back. A lot of messages I read from families, from mothers, from fathers ke हम लोग जिम्बाब्वे क्रिकेट की वजह से, नॉट सिर्फ मेरी वजह से, बस जिम्बाब्वे क्रिकेट की वजह से वी आर सेंडिंग आवर किड्स बैक टू द ग्राउंड कि वो क्रिकेट खेलें. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द रियल सक्सेस, एंड इफ आई कैन प्ले अ वेरी स्मॉल रोल into motivating or inspiring the next generation, or to take this experience back home, and most importantly to open doors for the fellow Zimbabweans, then alhamdulillah I'm pretty pleased with that.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम भाई,
कैसे हैं? आपकी बैटिंग में और भी पॉजिटिव चेंज नज़र आई है कि अब एग्रेसिव खेल रहे होते हैं आप, जैसे आज भी आपने बड़े ज़बरदस्त 2 छक्के लगाए, तो आपने पिछली दफ़ा भी मुझे बताया था कि कुछ चेंज किया है आपने, तो ज़रा थोड़ा डिटेल में बताएंगे क्या चेंज लेकर आए बैटिंग में?
डिटेल में तो अभी नहीं बता सकूँगा, सुबह हो जाएगी. The only thing that I changed was basically the mindset. I felt like early 2022 and the late 2021, I felt कि काफ़ी केजी में खेल रहा था mentally. There's always this situation role, there's always this seniority role, there's always that role. And when Davy Houghton जब आए, then basically we all freed ourselves. And I think आप सारे admit करेंगे कि Zimbabwe माशाल्लाह has been playing very positive and aggressive cricket. और उसी mindset को, because it's a team sort of culture we want to breed. So उसी रोल को लेते हुए मैं क्या, हम लोग माशाल्लाह सारे जिम्बाब्वेज अब इंशाल्लाह ऐसे ही खेलेंगे. रिजल्ट विल लुक आफ्टर इटसेल्फ, लेकिन हम लोग एज अ जिम्बाब्वेन मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ, हम लोग खेलेंगे फ्रीली.
Hi Sikandar, we have seen Joe Root doesn't play that much of T20 cricket, but of course he is part of the league here. So what sort of conversations with him, and how is gelling with the team?
Brother, I don't care if he's played any cricket. He is a star. He's a world star. He's a class cricketer. And आज भी on that tricky wicket, you can see that Joe Root showed his class, mashallah, really well. So when Joe came and sat next to me, all he said was that the wicket is tough. It's slightly too paced and sticky. So if he can get to 160, brother, we'll have a great chance to win the game. But then we ended up getting 190, because credit to Ravi, Yusuf Bhai, Isuru played a great cameo in the end, and of course our captain led from the front and scored that quick 48 odd. So all these things contributed, and once we had 188, we were very confident of defending that.
Okay.
But Joe has been brilliant in the changing room. He takes time off, speaks to every one of us. That shyness sometimes you have if you haven't played with somebody. Alhamdulillah, Joe has come forward and he's taken all that away from us. So he's really a nice guy to speak to, and a very knowledgeable guy as well.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अब्दुल गफ्फार, डॉन न्यूज़ पाकिस्तान से। सिकंदर भाई, जो आप बात कर रहे थे भी जिम्बाब्वे प्लेयर्स के लिए आपकी, डेफिनेटली इस पार्ट में बहुत सारी क्रिकेट होती रही है पास में, बट नाउ देयर ओन T20 लीग हैपनिंग विद देयर नेम एंड ऑफ कोर्स देयर बोर्ड बिहाइंड. बहुत सारे यंगस्टर्स हैं यहाँ पर, और यूएई के परफॉर्मेंसेस वर्ल्ड कप भी खेले हैं, तो ये अपॉर्चुनिटी शायद इनके लिए भी बहुत बड़ी है, और फैसिलिटीज़ भी बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, लीग भी आ गई है. दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट चांस मे बी इन द फ्यूचर हम और ज़्यादा एमिट्स क्रिकेट को और यहाँ के जो क्रिकेटर्स को प्रोग्रेस होता हुआ देखें.
Brother, I always say that the local plays a huge part in any leagues. Fine, we have a lot of overseas, but we also have 4. There's 6 teams, that's 24 local boys getting an opportunity. And alhamdulillah, that would only strengthen the UAE cricket. And there's a lot more leagues coming to UAE as well. their participation, I honestly believe that in 2 years' time, UAE cricket will be playing really good cricket, and that is all down to these various leagues that are coming to UAE. You all love talking to me, or do you really have questions?
Carrying on from that question, tonight we had those two guys bowling well as well. Raja taking 2 and Lukman 1. So a word about those two guys.
Oh, mate, it wasn't just about those 2 wickets, it's who they got out. I mean, Lukey got Dre out, and that is a massive wicket. We all know he can change the game in the space of a couple overs. So that was a big, big wicket, and even Raja bowling really well. He had one guy caught at extra cover. Mate, what really stood out for me, when those guys were given a plan, they actually stuck to that plan and executed the plan really well, which actually tells me that they have the skill. If on a different wicket against a different opposition, a different plan is given to them, those boys are good enough to execute. And they have set the bench really high, and inshallah, I really hope they'll be able to carry that through.
And especially Lukman, who was like picked out, thrust into the big stage out of nowhere, with hardly any class cricket. His last game was probably 2021. So...
Oh, that credit goes to the franchise for scouting him and to Lukman for standing out in a tough game.